It's the young gun to make his way up. Jimpact dives into the bomb site, gets taken out by Cello with the next headshot. Shui is at least there for a decent responsive, so advantage here for FURIA still.
Yeah, Cello's done incredibly well to stay alive and keep that impact up. Now, there's been a hefty rotation for the majority of guys here from FURIA, but it's a cancel. It's a stop call here for MOUZ. They can either offer up a double pump or start to move elsewhere.
Yeah, he's just going to be supporting this defensive line. 4 players overall to hold the defensive against the bomb itself. MOUZ, will they go back in towards apps? They've got some time to play with. They could set up a wraparound towards mid if they really wanted to take the time out of this particular round. But for FURIA, they basically logged out that crossfire here.
I don't know how you break this defensive. I mean, this looks very solid from FURIA. Everyone out here on B. Frozen's going to have to at least get a 1-for-1 entry to try and open up some space.
Checking out those windows, wary of the short presence. Frozen, of course, making some noise. Now his teammates will start to move. Shui into the bomb site. Takes a decent pop shot off towards Cello. He takes some damage, but him and Fallen are still getting the picks back in out of the captain to try and do the rest of the... India is sent towards him. He is blind as a bat to those flashbangs. Fallen with the AWP pick. Serato with the nade should finish off the casualty that he tried to take with the M4. And indeed, it's 2 men down on MOUZ.
This mid-aggression works out super successful for at least the opening fight. Serato gets another one. Spam through the smoke there onto Jimpact. Serato might even find more.
He's being suppressed by that Molotov. The smoke towards unders are going to clear, but nobody's there for the T-side line. They'll wait this one out for MOUZ, down to 2 individuals. This should be a third for FURIA. And the roughness extends well beyond just the pistol.
We saw in that Apex series from FURIA yesterday some really slow starts on both map 1 of the likes of Inferno and map 2 of Vertigo. The idea that they're 2-0 up here and looking like they should get a 3-0 to then 4-0, this is exactly what we're hoping to see from the Brazilians on the stage.
Really want to start off their opponent's map pick. Again, MOUZ picked into Mirage. So far, not so great. Perhaps the second rifle will provide a little bit more success. Okay, Serato is swung upon, so there's a pick back from Frozen. A little something game with that AK involved. Exertion now next up to face. Bomb is on the back of his teammate, though, so he's got to take point in terms of taking these casualties against the CT side.
Just with a slight off angle with that MP9, trying to work up from the top of Con and into stairs. Fallen has seen absolutely nothing, and with the time dwindling down, they've got to start thinking that at some point the XE is going to hit.
They're backed up towards apps once again. They are taking their sweet time with this. I'm not sure if this might be a save call, in fact.
Probably should be at this point.
Yeah, no one's making their way towards the apps entries at this point. It's far too late to try and go ahead and commit towards the plant, so 3-0 on the start of FURIA. MOUZ are going to have a couple of bonus weapons for the next round. A loud presence, Serato on the defensive, finally lean out towards that A-bomb site, at least in terms of the defaults here. Exertion trying to creep up towards Connector, where he can spot one individual. That spray is very awkward, though. Yuri on 11 points of health, surely should fall at some point. They couldn't get a kill shot despite him being out in the open. Serato seen to the backlines, told you going to back off as Shui gets his pick in. Finally, advantage going the way of the T side here. The CT's on rotator locked out, and Jimpact is trying to lurk and cut the rotations.
Yeah, Art is going to have to be someone that needs to be dealt with, and for a moment, there's actually a window of opportunity in which he hasn't made any sounds.
Unawares of exactly where that mid player is coming in from. Jimpact might say several individuals. Engagement there against Fallen. Hometown hero. First on the board in this map up and just backing away, falling away from that M4's position. MOUZ still up by 2 players. That bomb yet to commit.
Well, they need to try and create further space. Now, plant open for top con has to be the way.
Art, however, he might become a concern. Jimpact, here's those footsteps. Oh, and Shui just gets away with his life. Backs a turn, that AK looking to engage. He lands the headshot for it. Serato and Cello now losing out their wild card, have got to fall back and save their weapons. Exertion, the next victim to the CT side, but Jimmy maybe looking for a little bit more here at the murder hole. Cello is waiting for him. Jimpact, it's gotten 2 so far. Can he get a third? Not quite, but not like it matters. MOUZ have got their opening round.
Get themselves at least off to a positive start. End that losing streak, get yourself off for a good default. The control.
Guns are set, rifles are plenty. Art, once again on this boost up position, hoping he can find some T-side presence. Hasn't seen anything as of yet. Dive back behind that smoke on the short position as Exertion will lead the charge for the MOUZ side.
Very slow on a contact. AWP and an off angle, aggressive towards Rav, wins out that first fight.
Barely a pixel against Shui, but he lands it. And the M4 of Art can find Exertion on the short position. So once again, FURIA Couple of picks with backs being turned. Will it go any further than that? Yes, it will. Fallen finds Frozen, and that ramp play been negated in an instant by the FURIA side.
Yeah, Art's seen nothing out here towards ladder and in towards that window area. You start thinking to yourself, what can these two actually find? 2v5, connector control and mid. There isn't many avenues into a winnable situation.
Yeah, not a lick of damage done to FURIA so far. Torji and Jimpat, a lot on their plate. Jimmy especially trying to insert himself into the CT side line, but just nobody's biting. FURIA are happy to hold their positions, and MOUZ may be forced to do the same.
It just shows how non-complacent, I would say they are, Jay. Very disciplined in this matter. Art, got so close to getting a freebie.
Does get caught by Torji instead. 20 seconds though, I don't think this is going to lead towards any sort of send. Just that kill, just that exit. And just a 5th for FURIA now.
My goodness, what a performance we're getting right now. I mean, look at that double kill that we received from the AWP of falling out towards ramp. It was a slight off.
A little bit late to the marker, the boost can come through, and MOUZ can wait it out.
It seems to be a bit of an info play in the apartments from Cello. If they are able to catch a good timing, they might have all of the info to set up a backstab in from underpass and rotate the likes of Art over to stack up A.
Yuri's caught by Jimmy. Advantage of MOUZ now. Flash is sent. Exertion can follow suit onto K-Serata. The AWP have fallen. Now finding pressure against his name. Going to have to get out of there. Art is going to get taken down elsewhere meanwhile, and Fallen can strike back to return one frag. But it's still a 4 versus 2 for MOUZ with the bomb going down.
Now this is where you just look for exits. Hope to see some overextensions, and Cello's at least been able to find one, but it's not enough to drive any sort of attention and any belief to go in for that retake. Very good entries up there to Con and out and A main to open up the A side.
Yeah, MOUZ has struggled a little bit in terms of those entries, but coming together pretty well.
I think they've just got to find a bit more consistency on this T side. That's what they've got to look for.
Talk a lot about the pressure that might be applied to MOUZ. Utility support as well, going to try and indicate that they've actually not taken the full frontal of that apartment's control. Exertion making some noise. Does R suspect that he was up on that boost position? M4's considering it. Doesn't really have an angle to play with. The smoke will clear, so they might see something. Sure, he could actually find a return fight. Art does get dealt with, and Cello and Fallen can follow suit. Cello with those 2 picks in the apartment, so it seems like that bait and switch really, truly worked out for a third to scrape together a T side and have that little extra buffer going into the CT half of things, as Art is continuing to dominate, but Jimpat comes up with 2.
Okay, Serrato finds that return, and Cello's been so stable out on this B site previously.
Exertion, is he ready for the quick pop out? The spray's awkward for the CTAK, but it comes together in the end, and now he's aware of the apartments players inbound a burst fire. One man on the site itself, there's Cello going down. Still got K-Serrato, low HP on Frozen. He's got to prioritize that bomb plant, but he peeks into the double up, and now it's Fallen's Orb versus 2 for the retake. Better weapons for a retake like this, but he's landed Shui, and now Frozen, low HP, a pistol would be enough. The foot's been seen as well. The swing back out of the AK, the AWP's offensive line. FURIA looking for a set piece already into that A bomb site. Shui's trying to get a headshot in. He's being forced back by those smokes. Blind as a bat against the apartments, Palace place, I should say. Frozen in a dark, ding down. Cello to full. Second player of Yuri is also involved, in Torji can get a blind headshot to see if he's starting to bear down upon them. But Yuri and Fallen are starting to get a couple of return frags. Such low HP for Exertion, but the backup has arrived.
How do they get the plant down? Do they want to try and get it down straight away? Do they want to fight out towards CT for Yuri? Gets a flash around the corner. It's back to a 2v2.
With Exertion being low as well, it's an advantage for FURIA in this context. Even Jimpat's been tagged up. Exertion leaning in closer, trying to find a position to play with. Fallen has fallen back to hard cover. Engagement spots the man. Is he going to swing? Apparently not. Jimpat's going to catch that casualty. Yuri reducing it all to the young Finn on the defuse. He's going to tap it and hold it with a kit all the way through to the pistol win of MOUZ. Certainly aided by his support, aided by his orbing. Now the AK in his hand, and Art's the first man out. Frozen, caught Frozen a little bit, does a ton of damage, and Torji now needs backup of the rest of his teammates to try and hold this bomb site. Bomb's not yet gone down. Molotov sent in. Cello not on the side just yet. Shui finds a gap in the smoke, popping it open, finding a second man, but running out of ammo. Not like it matters though. Torji and Exertion from the back lines come forward, get those kills. We're down to 2 on FURIA, but they still look to fight.
And they tried desperately to force out the AWP towards triple, and they just weren't able to do so. Torzi up against Art. This could be a difficult fight.
Okay, Serato's backed up. Art, there's no choice but to press on, and he presses into the AWPer. Catches a spray, the only fight you could have realistically won at 12 HP. Bombs in the open, the CTs know it. They don't need to keep on fighting this individual. We've got very little in the utility department as well.
Okay, Serato's got to try and help out the low HP, and they finally got the vision of the two of them.
Finally, Art goes down. K Serato with a pick on the trade, though. Needs to get two more. Jim Pat and Exertion. One of which is known, the other man lesser so. K Serato hearing footsteps being baited out by the MOUZ aggression. Exertion swings alongside to make their move. The Deagle on white was the utility out, and Frozen just swings for the casualty. Shuri catches Art elsewhere, down to 3 players. At least there's a trade or 2, in fact, from the FURIA camp. So a 3-on-3, Exertion score off in mid. Aggression out in the open. Torji can't hit his AWP shot. Down to 18 points of health, and the bomb goes down with it.
It comes down to the young Finn of Jim Pat to try and recover this scenario. Out here towards Connector, the util's just going to keep pouring in.
Doesn't quite extend towards him. He struggled with the spray, and now he's burning. Forced back out. Chance for Yuri to just cut them out of the round entirely, but they do escape his ire and escape towards a save call for MOUZ. Furia's start here on the T side has been found.
My goodness, how direct have they been with these A plays? Like, that's literally all we've seen from Furia in this second half. Is just A take after A take after A take. And yeah, there's been a few different, I would say, variations. We've had one of the double mid lurk. That time around was just kind of like a...
Points of health for that AK. The AWPer stands by. Is there a flashbang to get them out? Not against the first, but he misses that shot anyway. Counter nades might do some more chunky damage, but Art and K Serato in with the picks. Frozen has got to try and go for a kill, but no flash support leaves an open season for Furia. And MOUZ are reduced to 2. The Brazilians are back in it.
And surely this is the whole scissors, paper, rock. Eventually they're going to go B. Eventually there's going to be a B lane. It just has not come whatsoever. And one thing that we didn't mention at the start of this round, Jay, was this is prime 12-7 opportunity.
Yeah.
This is reset chance right now. Exertion and Jim Pat have got to be so concerned if they don't hold on to these 2 rifles. They are desperate to at least hold something onto the eco come the next.
And if they take Mirage here on Furia, the question turns to, do we think MOUZ have a chance over an Ancient, which is another whole can of worms?
Very much so.
Kill count, jump face instead has spotted at least one individual. Jimmy's getting out of there, and Exertion's going to use that info to his support. A kill found on Cello. Flashes and smokes continue to rain in towards the apartment and suppress Furia, who look to cancel.
They have to try and work out towards mid, and that's what Art's going to try and do. Yuri's at least keeping them at bay, but he's got to be careful because he's the one with the bomb.
Frozen's extended out towards ramp. Meanwhile, do they think this might just end up being a B play? Perhaps they might start to get a bit more of an inkling as to the idea of a rotate, especially with the smoke now coming in towards that mid position. The AWPer of Torji in a corner in jungle, now completely smoked off. The M4 swings from Exertion. Jim Pat able to get the secondary kill, and the double up against K Serato.
Just to try and search for some info. Great entries in that last round from Cello. Now they're going to try and work an A split. 2 in connector, majority from main.
Art and Cello leaning forward. Frozen ducked out. He's not aware of how close they could be in a connector. He could be exposed. Art with one and Yuri with another. Exertion. M4 needs to hold back, but he can't get them all. And Furia have forced it out again. MOUZ could get beaten first past the post here. The AWPer Torji, though, he's involved. He's caught one. He's bringing survival alongside Jimmy. Inbound headshot, seeing the connector. The AK spray goes all over the place. And now it's all left to Torji. The original call-up. Forced back. Not given much breathing room, known to the T side in low HP.
Just stuck. Just sandwiched. CT out on the side directly. It has to be a save. That's the only call.
MOUZ on their own pick will be forced into overtime or bust just when you thought the returning momentum was enough. The Furia side have made it to map point first on MOUZ's pick here on Mirage. The Brazilians, they reign supreme. They just need 2. Furia just need 1. Jim Pat, nade sent a little bit too deep. The CTs are going to have to deal with a quick charge up. Cello's dealt with K Serato, I should say, making his way out. Jim Pat locks in the headshot. One more man up to face and to fall. MOUZ hold the back line. Art and Fallen separated. The bomb still to commit. They don't have the info on where it is or where these last two players are either. And Art could find the backside to sprays through the casualty on the one. The swing to the AWP, but they still haven't dealt with bench. Shui, a chance and a half. The kill found. The spray's awkward, but it comes up good. And Fallen close range with the AWP. 2 to find, misses the shot. He's such low HP, but Shui still falls. And it's Frozen, the cornerstone, the original member of MOUZ. Low HP against the veteran, one of the all-time greats. The Molotov might just secure it. Fallen ain't gonna burn. He's in the smoke. Frozen, checking position, he's got it!
Oh, it's contact heavy. Oh, it's quick. It's very fast up to short. We haven't seen this before.
Are they ready for it? Exertion might have to turn back. Ready for the flashbangs. Oh, but they're caught blinded anyway. Yuri with one pick back. Fallen gets Jimpat. And Shui's all that remains. Backup is on the way. It's being cut off by Art, though. Shui in with a frag. Only one frag. And Frozen has it all to do. They're such low HP in this clutch. It's still possible, but it's still a 1v3.
Now, Art out here towards top mid. Should be a freebie. Frozen finally catches him.
There's your first. Second and third required for MOUZ to stay alive in this one.
It's gonna go market.
Oh my word, it's a big old wrap. It's gonna take a fair amount of time. I think they might be wary of it though. Fallen has his eyes set on that market control. Frozen flashes at the ready. The flashes are sent to try and indicate something here on the CT side, but they're not able to act as of yet. FURIA slowing things down until Exertion can open things up. Fallen first to fall. Cello has a decent line in towards their contact positions. Are they ready for this angle? Yes, they are. Torji with the headshot drawn out, and certainly these first couple of frags looking much better for MOUZ.
Now, Frozen trying to maintain this mid control. Exertion helping out with the Julies to here towards Cave. If he sprints any further forward, it'll at least catch that info onto Art.
Diving out of the way as the bomb tries to rotate in from that elbow angle. They're now making their way in over a donut, and Jimpat can hear them. Effective, efficient, and now ready for the headshots when they come his way. Keserato down, Art faced upon, does manage to get a returning trade, but there's so much more CT presence here. I don't even know if we'll get the bomb planted in.
And hope for a spot for info and play retake towards A.
He's got a FAMASA in this exchange, so might need that backup to come through. Just take contact, flash out, try and suppress the T side in some capacity, but ultimately there's no choice but to concede that bomb site. There could be a late backstab in from Fallen, depending on how slowly this retake comes in for. He might catch Exertion. Keserato's caught Torji for the smoke, and indeed Fallen can lock out Exertion. So advantage for FURIA, but only by a margin of 2 points of health here. And Shui closing in on Keserato, does not have the range with that SMG. Jimpat does without FAMAS though. Frozen in from mid, cut down by Cello, and now it's all on Jimmy to clutch it.
A fantastic recovery here from FURIA when you think about losing that opening exchange from Art out there to ramp. And Jimpat at the big box.
M4's back in play. Now they've got to run with them. Now they've got to turn them into success. Early prods, extremely passive from FURIA.
Cello on a walk, on a contact, out here towards B.
Art's going to get caught off as the lurker out towards the mid control, but you're right about this B hit. Shui can only blind spray and hope for the best. This time, not much damage being done. Exertion being faced upon by Cello, who just gets that kill in immediately. Fallen's down to 28 points of health, thanks to them. I think we'll leave a Molotov that was thrown out there by MOUZ. Either way, HP advantage with the 4-on-4.
What a cracking entry that was from Cello, because they needed cave control. They needed to open it up, and they've still got quite a bit of util for the post plant. I wonder if they're going to keep this molly for the bomb plant denial.
Frozen's closing in the backstab, and they don't know about it. Shui leaning forward. It is being watched by one man. M4, Frozen leans in against Yuri, who gets that pick back. Shui on the bomb site, taps it, evades the sprays, coming into the wallbang positions. Fallen's tagged so heavily, but Keserato reads the angle. Jimpat can only get an exit, because MOUZ are out of there to save their weapons once again. Cello gives chase to try to remove them from play, might even get them disallow any progression from FURIA.
Cello got so much space in the last round, and it almost feels like they're trying to bait him in again.
Yeah.
And Shui is incredibly passive out towards long. Frozen and Art close by one another.
A smoke to separate them. And Art wins the fight as it clears. Jimpat, next man in case Keserato just domes him in. 5-on-3, FURIA again firing back to get all the casualties. Torji trying to insert himself into the backlines, but Keserato mows him and his teammate down. Shui, all that remains, so far away from all this action, so far away from any chance in this round. And once again, FURIA within the early stages of the half, the halfway marker of the half, about to claim fantastic T side.
At least this time, they're going into the open bomb site, Jay. They had been completely red. They had it walked up there from Cello. And I think that's another thing to add. The amount of times that Cello has just been able to walk ramp and create so much of a pathway for that bomb to continue. But I think you've got to give all the credit in that round to K Serato. The impact that he was able to bring.
3 picks in this round. At least Shui can get some exits. But you need a whole lot more right now here if you're MOUZ. The economy will at least be kept under control for FURIA's part, so MOUZ can look towards a future reset. But the concern for me is about whether they find this reset. K Serato hunting down the last player of MOUZ because they have a much worse economy state. 4K for the winner of this next fight. I think Shui's read it though. M4 finds his man.
Out of this scenario, MOUZ have not really made much of an info play towards lane. They haven't retaken any of the mid control back. We have not seen a walk contact towards A. Shui on that left-hand side loses the fight. HE gets the trade.
Exertion down, he gets another and he burns to 4 points of HP, tagged Yuri to 9, so he's done quite a lot with quite a little. Backup is slow to rotate here from MOUZ as well. The FURIA storm the bomb site. They could very easily overwhelm these two. M4 on the low HP, FAMAS on the high HP. Cello facing in towards Torji, and finally a third man has joined the fray of Frozen. Torji getting 2 kills out of it. Exertion with another kill out of Yuri. And K Serato now versus 4, known with that burst forward, but no time left to plant this bomb.
And that was very close to just being a bomb site completely opened up. You think about Art's slight missed opportunity of getting that kill out there towards Cave, how low HP Exertion was towards Long.
And make it evens. Offset onto Torji, he can't land the kill. Stuck around to tank the damage for so long. Art swings forward and gets the frag onto Exertion. Shui can at least trade it.
Yeah, 1 for 1, and Cello's up ramp again. He's got teammates with him this time.
Falling with a kill, Cello can double in. And they are being picked apart piece by piece. MOUZ, Timmy and Torji just need to save. There's nothing left in it.
My goodness. FURIA are different on the stage and in Finland. And to be fair to them, we saw it last time at the Arctic Invitational. Yes, it was a core 3. Yes, it was 4 years ago. But it was a 2-0 versus Cloud9 and a 2-0 versus Crazy. They weren't tested. They came in, they did their job, they got results, they put results up on the board. And right here, 7-3 up on T side. 1 map up in the series already.
Where are you, MOUZ? We need you. M4 Jimpat into the engage, can only get the 1-2 players peek towards him. He's lucky to even fall away with a 1-for-1. Cello with a responsive in the AWP. Torji has got to play back up to the FAMAS Frozen. They get themselves out of the way, get rid of that AK, and just try and fall back.
So they just sold them on a bit of an A fake. I mean, the bomb was still tailing out towards T-Spawn, so even if they got a double entry, it was never going to be a full commit. It's just going to be a prod around. Bait quite a bit of an over-rotation, bait some counter-utility perhaps. Yuri felt like for a moment wanted to try and see if he could catch some info out there towards lane, but with that being smoked and no teammates around him, he'll just have to respect it.
Heavy-handed is the lean towards the A site. Torji on the rotate, but the T's are making their way in from main as they actually completely vacate and look into the mid position. Just at the right moment, noise being made by Yuri out towards the B door, sending them on a fake. Sprays and HE's sent back and forth, but they're going to walk in and get this bomb down. The AWP needs to land its frag pretty quickly. Head seen, shot not to connect. The backstabs will close in the pincers, but FURIA, the real operation, is nowhere near where the CTs are.
And you think about the low HP in-game leader here, Shui. Yes, you might have the man advantage. This is a tough retake. This is going to be very difficult to recover.
Torji is first up on the task. Flashbang off position. No vision. Molotovs suppress any further access from CT spawn. Shui. Nades fallen, caught off by Frozen. That's an all-important pick. Now down to 2 on the FURIA side. Would that lurker have been more important? Can they recover this? Certainly Cello can. Shui down. K Serato holding over a tree, seen by Frozen's position. Can anyone try and swing forward? Well, certainly Torji can grab off Cello. K Serato just stalling for time here. Versus 2, tagged heavily, but Exertion goes down. He taps burst. Nades come out, and Torji can get the kill with the USP. He's got the kit. Does he have the time? No, he doesn't. FURIA burst to the head of Frozen. 9-3 maybe calling again. Exertion. Desperate to get something out of this position. He's not going to find the lineup. One man's made his way past that position. And Yuri just waits. Holds for the smoke to clear, for the man to be revealed, for the kill to find, and for the trade to be quick on the train.
And MOUZ needs multis from this point onwards. They need to try and find recoveries. Is it an info play? Is it a double up? It's so passive with the man advantage here from FURIA. They're slowing the clock. They're trying to bait.
Because they can. Serato isn't in the best of HP positions. Fallen, swinging forward alongside Torji. Shui goes down to the spray, lined up by the big vet. There's nothing that Jimpat can do. Still quiet, still low on his frag count, still unable to get involved here and be the hero that MOUZ need at this stage. Close and personal, and the T side right around him don't really know about it just yet. Jimpat, the bomb is on his back and could be a risky position to hold here. Jiggle faces, flashbangs turned away from Yuri, just gets caught more blinded. And there's the opening pick from Shui. Okay, positivity to start. Torji snuck his way in from mid, meanwhile. Now in spawn, could split and backstab. The B-side presence could still be the execution. Cello has caught one of the trade.
Oh, they're just getting scrambled right now. Torzi's hearing a lot of these repositions out on B.
Minute on the clock. They backed up. Rotation room can be bought for the players over on the A site. Cello holding his third, flashed in, two blinded. Both players taking tons of damage, but he's running out of ammo. Fallen's been taken down. Now there's one man left on the site. Cello with a good drive-by headshot. A second kill comes in, and Frozen finally takes control. Should get the bomb down, or can he? R has been heard, and Frozen takes that bomb right back out of the B site.
Now R's going to try and tail, and the likes of Serato can at least come all the way on the backstab towards A main. They might not expect that.
R's not expecting exertion. The shots miss out from the Glock, though. Plant is secured at least. R sandwich. Exertion gets his kill at last, and it's Serato. Julie's in hand.
Julie's up close towards A main, but they're going to try and separate the distance.
One man seen, taps, can't quite secure the kill on Frozen. He's 15 HP, now he's dead. Exertion, a one-on-one to try and save MOUZ's chances. Diffuse, can get tapped. He's looking for his way, footsteps heard, tap again, Exertion. Will he peek left, will he peek right? The shadow's been seen, the man's been spotted. Exertion! Cello and Yuri, the first two ports of call. Engagement out towards Elbow, going to try and send them out here. One kill for Yuri, second one is going to get found as Cello is going to get overwhelmed. Jimpat and Exertion are low, and Jimpat has fallen so quick. The AWPer and the AK. The Molotov should be sent in. Yuri should get driven back by that. He gets caught burning on top of getting caught on the wall. Advantage stays with FURIA, though.
Yeah, Art's got to be careful not to get picked off out here towards Shelf. Leans in and gets an easy pick onto Exertion.
Torji just can't land the trade kill. Bomb still in the open, needs to get recovered. And there's only 15 seconds to do it. MOUZ will concede their first in the half. And that is 1 out of 4 for FURIA. They didn't need a streak over on Mirage. They just had to edge their way forward on these occasional wins, these occasional rounds.
He's going to die after time.
Yeah, possibly. AWP doesn't quite go down just yet. Exchange, but he's unable to see anything at all. They're spreading out towards lane. Yuri might be heavily pressured here. Art's SMG gets a pick out towards Elbow, and the wallbang sprays of Yuri come up good with Fallen. Similar story. Cello follows suit on Shui, and it's complete capitulation for MOUZ.
They're just fighting from everywhere. The spams are coming down. They're going from ramp. They're going from Shelf. They're coming up from Cheetah. If you are MOUZ, I think they make the correct call. Frozen knows I need help, and I need it right now. The problem is there is just firefights everywhere. That is pure chaos from FURIA.
5 match points. MOUZ given a lifeline to their first 4.5, now going to get shut down by Serato. Perhaps Jimpat certainly Frozen, thawed out. And the AWP now looking for the trades back. Serato is going to get dealt with. But Fallen falls back into Exertion's POV. He does find R, a 3v3 with the one man left on the defensive. Still trying to fight onwards here. Close quarters, flashbang finally catches him off. And MOUZ force open the A site.
Just when Serato and Fallen looked like they'd done enough, Yuri out here towards Temple. Oh, Torzi's going to give him the fight back to a 2v2. The bomb's going to get dropped in A main.
Oh, MOUZ switch off. And